it has got a sting. It is terrifically bad. When once it puts, and the sting also goes into it, God save you. For months together we will be having that pain I had. So we know. So, the wasp has got one quality. When once it is pregnant and all that, then it gives birth to small worms. And from time to time in a day, 10 times, 20 times, this wasp will go and will go on stinging that the child. It will say, but it will sting. And so, from the second day onwards, it will be just thinking of that wasp. I don't know when the wasp will come, when will it bite. So it goes on thinking of the wasp, and finally it becomes a wasp. Similarly, you go on thinking of the Lord, you become the Lord. You think of Narayana, you become Narayana. You think of Krishna, you become Krishna. This is what I learned. And then, the last, my Guru was, apart from these 24 Gurus, Deho Guru Mama Virakti Viveka Hetu. The body itself was another Guru for me. It is in the body that I learnt full renunciation and how to discriminate. Well, it is from that. One of the exercises which are prescribed for a spiritual man, they are called Yama and Niyama, the do's and the don'ts. The Yama is all the don'ts, and the Niyama is what you should do. There they say, Shaucham, Arjavam, be straightforward. And Shaucham means to keep clean. When we go to the bathroom and come back, it has been prescribed that in 12 places you should take out the mud and keep them and then wash them. All these things, especially the Vaishnavas, they still do it. And that is how they keep themselves pure and clean. And why? And we have seen, perhaps, you may not have, some of these very big Mahatmas, like the Shankaracharyas, when they come, they will not allow anybody to touch their feet, especially South Indian Shankaracharyas, when the Kanchi Shankaracharya or the Shankaracharya of Sringeri near Mysore, they will not. These Shishyas will form a chain of a fence so that nobody can approach inside. They will say, no, you can't reach him, you can't touch him. Then some people will say, he's a very great man, you can't touch him. By touching, he will become something else. He will really become a donkey, like that they will say. Then why? Was it their ego that don't touch me, I am very highly evolved? Not at all. There is another Yoga Sutra which says, what do you gain by doing Shaucha? Shaucha Deha Jugutsa. Again and again by doing it, one day you will come to see, after all, I got the best of almond soap. It cost 70 rupees each. But by putting it on, only my external dirt, mine, it goes away. But what about my internal? Every minute my bladder, it is gathering water. And every 1 hour I go to the bathroom. What about the intestine? Half of it is filled up with muck. So, you will one day begin to think, chi. And with that, over that I put on my coat, I put on my Kantakopi, whatever you may call it, tie. So, when people say, don't touch me, they say, I do not know whether I contain more of muck or whether you contain more of it. So, let us keep them to ourselves. Let us not pass it on to another one. The vibrations. So, please, you don't touch me. Who knows, I may be much more, I may be worse, and my bad vibrations will come to you. So, don't touch me. So, it is for your self-defense they tell, not because of that. And this thing is given in the Yoga Sutra, Shaucha Dohe Deha Yusa. By doing Shaucha, cleaning and all that, you will come to a conclusion, this body is not worth cleaning at all. However much you may clean, you clean only outside. What about the inside? Have you got a brush? Can you reach it? So, you can't. Deho Guru Mama Virakti Viveka Hetu. So, with this, I go on doing some research as to what are these 24 tattvas. What are the tattvas? I am only made of water, air, fire, chi. What is there in it? What is there to be seen? Thus, the body sense will leave you in due course. And then he says, it's a beautiful shloka according to me. Srishtva Puran Vividhan Ajayatma Shaktya Vrikshani. The Lord, originally, He created various creations by His power of creating. What are they? Vrikshani, various trees. Sarisripa Pashune, various small, just like worms which go crawling, the crawling things. Then animals, Khagadam Shamamsyane, then birds, and small ones like the bugs, like the mosquitoes, then these Matsya, fish, all these things He created. Taistai Ratushta. No. What is the use of all these creations? Cheech. Then finally, Purusham Vidhaya, He made a human being. He came the last. See, by training himself in all these things, finally he came to the Purusha, a man, a human being. That's what he means. Brahma avaloka dishanam mudamapa devava. And he created such a person who by his tapasya, who by his meditation can go up to the Brahmaloka, not the ordinary Brahmaloka, the loka of the highest being, the top reality. You can go up to this world and he can see Him. And not all can do it. Only the human being will be capable of it. Now I am satisfied that I have really created a perfect being who can reach the God Himself. So, Mudamapa. So the Lord got highly, He was highly satisfied, He was very happy, Brahma. Then, Labdhva Sudurlabhamidam Bhusambhavante. After so many births, it is very difficult to get, but still you got this birth of a human being. After getting it, Turnam Yate Napade Dhanamurtiya, you have to, very quickly you have to try to get your goal of attaining the highest bliss, or what is called the highest reality. You have to do it. If not, you will fall into the mouth of death, Anumurti. All other things which you will be getting, they will all bring you unhappiness, nishreyasaya. Thus, I got the Vairagya and I got this Vijnana, the practical knowledge. So, I am going here and there. I have absolutely no ego. I absolutely don't have any attachment to anybody, and that is why I am going everywhere. I am absolutely happy. This is what he says. That's how he got it. Then, the next chapter he is going to tell about Satsanga Mahima. The Lord is giving him all the knowledge, but all the knowledge is based on bhakti. So bhakti means she has to develop by going to those great saints who have developed that sort of an attitude to the world, who are detached from the world, and one has to seek their company. Narodhaiti mam yogo, na sankhyaṁ dharmayam ca, na swadhyayas tapastyagaham, yatha vrande satsanga, sarvasanga bhogimam. You do any amount of yoga, you do any amount of sankhya, you do any amount of dharma, you do any amount of reading the entire Vedas, it's called swadhyaya. You do any amount of penance, it's called the tapas. You do any amount of renunciation, tyaga, na ishta purtam. You may do ishta and purta. These are the two things which a normal person is supposed to do. What is ishta? Ishta means yaji. It comes from that word. There are a lot of yagas and yajnas a person is supposed to do in his life. That is called ishta. What is purta? Purta is to help the world to do some work. And it is summer, there is no water available. You bring water and stock it, and all the pilgrims who go by that way, you give them the water. Giving water to them, and then sowing first-class saplings of trees en route on the way, so that people after another 10 years or 8 years, they may get nice shade. Thus, to do social work for the people, this is called the purta. So these are two words, ishta and purta. So both one is supposed to do. So by doing that also, you can't get what you get by satsanga. You give any amount of dashina, yatha varande satsanga. Once you do satsanga, finally it will remove you from all attachment to anything in the world. Sarva sangapaha, it takes away all other attachments. That's why you have to do that. Satsangeni deteya atudhana mrgakhadaha. Only through satsanga, all the asuras, they got moksha. And all the rakshasas, they got bhakti. What is the difference between the rakshasa and asura? Asuras are all categories of devatas who are cruel. Categories of men who are cruel are called rakshasas. That is the difference, as far as I know. So all these people, whether they had Rajoguna, whether they are Tamoguna, they have all reached Bhagavo Matpadam Prapta. All these people finally got me. Na adhita shruti gana na upasta mahatma. People have not read any shrutis and smritis. People have never done a single service to any Mahatmas or saints. People have done no vratas. Only through satsanga, satsanga and mahamvagata. Through satsanga they got there. They realized that goal. Mamekam sharanam atmanam sarvadehinam. So, Uddhava, I am the only one whom people should attain as the ultimate goal. I am their ultimate refuge. I am the ultimate shelter. People have to come to me. Thus, this he has told about it. Then Uddhava asked one question. Sir, you have told me that one should do service to the Guru and then he can retire. And you have told that only by bhakti towards God, nothing else is called Eka Bhakti. All your love is attached to one. And Vidya Kutareda. Learn that ultimate Vidya, that is the one which deals with the spirituality. Learn it and then that is the weapon which will kill all your obstacles which are in the way of realizing the God. Now comes what is called Hamsa Avatar. The Lord has taken so many avatars as Parashuram, Vaman, like Kachua, there is Kurma, like a tortoise, and like a fish, and like all these things he has had. So, all these things you leave and completely you surrender to the Lord only. And the Lord says, I will tell you, which will shortly you will understand how to get the Lord. Because till your mind is fully engaged with worldly things, it cannot get God. Attachment comes towards the worldly things. Gulab Jamun, Bashahi, then your son, your investments, your daughter, your father, your mother, all these things claim your attention. And that is called the Sangha, that is called the attachment. So long as you are attached to them all, don't expect to get liberation in this birth. Perhaps one other birth may get, but not in this. And he said, I will tell you one story of my own avatar. I took the avatar of Hamsa. I came as a swan and I told the final truth to Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, etc., the 4 first-born, mentally adopted sons of Lord Brahma. So this you will see tomorrow from Hamsa Avatar. They will tell about all avatars. I don't know whether, because 1 or 2, some small, this portion I had heard in some TVs, not willingly. I was sitting there and it came. Nobody mentioned about Hamsa or Avatar. Yes, sir. So, this is a very important thing because in one line practically she has told the final truth and then he elaborates it. That's all. So with this we stop. Swasti prajabhya paripalyantam nyayena vargena vahimahisham gobrahmane vyasabhastu nityam loka samasta sikano bhavantu Khali Vasishta Guha Prithvi Sajarani Deshoyam Chovarita Brahmana Sandrin Bhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu Maha Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavit Khali Navaja Marsinde Bhavjatuna Bhavide Subhavat Karam Yedha Sagalam Parasmai Narayana Yedha Samakami Narayana Padikim Namahe Kavim Kavinam Pavasavastamam Yashtarajim Brahmanam Brahmanaspadhanam Shinvanto Divishedadanam Om Mahaganadhipataye Namam Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sthapakayat Dharmasya Sarvadharmasarupine Avatar Varishtaye Ramakrishnaye Te Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandalakaram Japtam Yena Charachuram Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranniritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sarvamangala Bhagalyen Shive Sarvartha Sadhye Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sarvamangala Mangalyen Shive Sarvartha Sadhye Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah Apadapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Nupabhiramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyam. Yesterday we stopped with the various beneficiary effects of satsanga to be in the holy company. This satsanga has been glorified in almost every spiritual text. The most famous spiritual grantha for many happens to be the Yoga Vasishta, written by Valmiki. It's a conversation between Vasishta and Ram. There, again and again, he lays emphasis on satsanga, to be in the company of holy men, to be in the company of serious and intense devotees. See, once the sage Vishwamitra had a doubt as to what are the beneficial effects. People think it's very beneficial. What do you mean by beneficial? How beneficial it will be? So he had a doubt. He went to Vasishta, who was supposed to be all-knowing, an all-knowing sage, and asked him this question. Vasishta told, I myself do not know, but I know where we can get the information. We can't go and ask the Lord such silly questions. The Lord is not meant for those things. We have to get them clarified from our respective gurus. I don't have a guru, nor do you have. So, he said there is one Adishesha. He is the avatar of the Lord himself. He takes avatar as a 1,000-hooded serpent, the Adishesha, who becomes the bed for Lord Narayana. We will go and ask him. Then where is he available? He'll be down below because this world, being this earth, being round, golakar, it cannot be borne by many, and it's very, very weighty. So, he is bearing it and standing. So he is the best man. Let us approach him. They go down below and ask this Adishesha regarding the beneficial effect of satsanga, the holy company. He said, I can tell you, but at present my throat, my entire thing is being suppressed by this word which is on my head. If one of you can bear it for a few minutes, then I will tell you about it. But one thing, not all can bear it. Perhaps if somebody is to give, a man who has done tapasya, penance, for a long, long time, say 50,000 years, if he can do the arpana, the dedication of the effect of what all he has done, the tapasya he has done to the Lord, then perhaps he may be able to bear this death on his head. Vishwamitra said, it's nothing, I've done for 1,00,000 years. So he gave 50,000 years of his. And he said, come on, transfer it. When he transferred it and he was trying to catch hold of it with 2 years, it was so intensely moving from one side to this side, he was afraid it may fall down and so many people will break their necks, how the world will become fractured pieces. So he said, Baba, you take it back, please, please. Then he took it back. Then he said, why didn't you try? He asked. Adishesha asked. Vasishta. He said, yes, let me try. He said, what all the beneficial effects I got out of the satsanga of Adishesha, these 1 or 2 minutes while talking to him, I give it all to the Lord. And please allow me to retain this earth on my head. Then when he took the earth on his head, the world on his head, the world stood absolutely quiet and still without any movement, and he was keeping it. Then they asked me, come on, tell now. He said, what is that for me to tell you? Seen? See, the beneficial effect of satsanga I have seen. These 2 minutes satsanga I dedicated, and he dedicated all his 50,000 years of tapasya. It couldn't hold. Well, what is that to be told? Yeah, got the answer, get out. Come on, hand over back. This is what happened. The next topic happens to be the Hamsa Avatar. It's a rare avatar about which people talk less. And what happened was one day, the Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanatkumara, etc., the first mental bound sons of Brahmaji, they had a strong doubt whom to approach. Their father is everything for them. So they approached Brahmaji and asked him, Guneshva Vishate Chetan Guda Chetasya Prabho Katamanyonya Santyago Mumucho Ratititirsho. The mind enters into all the various attractive things of the world. it enters into sweets, which I like very well. It enters into all the beautiful pictures, which I like very well. Thus, it enters into everything, every object of the world which is supposed to be attractive, then it enters. Gunas chetasya prabho. And then once they enter, they remain in that heart. They don't leave your mind or heart, and you are always thinking of it. It is there. So thus, the one enters into the other. The various objects entering into the mind. The mind is always thinking, oh, I would like to have the sweet. Oh, it seems they prepare very beautiful ice cream. I would like to have this ice cream. Thus, your mind is only in those objects. Why? Because those objects have entered into your mind. Once when you saw, thus, they are all in your mind. You go on thinking of it later on. So it is, they are mutually, there is a samyoga, there is a union of both. And he's asking Katamanyunya Santyagaham. A man who is to get the Lord, a man who is to get liberation, who wants to get rid of this samsara sagara. For him it is told, you remove all these worldly things, worldly thoughts from your mind. Sir, how is it possible? Yes, if they were separate, you can take them out. If something has become a halwa, say semolina, or what you may call as suji, semolina and ghee and sugar, they have all joined together in a halwa. There has been a chemical reaction between each other and they have become one. And at this time you should say, can you please remove the ghee and give it to me separated from sugar? It's not possible. It's not possible. You can't separate semolina or suji from sugar. They have been not simply put together. They have been put together, they have undergone a chemical reaction and thus they have mixed with each other. Wherever such chemical reactions have taken place, you cannot separate them. Now, supposing somebody gives you some mixture, then you find the bundi is separate, the everything is separate there. And say cashew nut, that has been put separately. Now it is very easy for you to separate those things. Because they have not undergone any chemical reaction, but they have been mixed like that, just like that. For Brahmaji, for thousands of years, for lakhs of years, she has been only in one job. Take the pot called the body and put the Atma inside it and roll it into the earth and it will be born. So he has never worried himself much about these spiritual questions or these religious questions. Poor fellow, he doesn't know. But how to accept it before sons, I do not know. So he thinks of his father. His father is Lord Narayana. He thinks of him, God, I'm in trouble. My sons are asking them questions they can't answer. So please come and help me. The moment he asked, Samamachinte Devaham Prashnaparavidya Tasyaham Hamsarupene Sakasavagamam Tada. And that time immediately Lord Narayana took the form of a swan, a beautiful white swan, and it came before them. Before these 5 people, and it was walking. And Brahmanamagrita Kritva Paprachu Ko Bhavaniti. Ko Bhavan, who are you? So these 4 people, as well as Brahmaji, they were curious to know who is this Hamsa, this swan, which comes straight into the Brahmaluka and is just going about without even offering greetings, namaskar, namaste, kuchri. Who is this? So they are asking, who are you? Then he answers in one shloka, including the original question which they asked Brahmaji. For both he gives the answer. Vastuno yad ananatvam atmana prashyidusha katan ghatet vavipraham bhakturvamika shreyam. You are all great pandits in Advaita. So, actually, there are no 100 things or 1,000 things. They are all just like in your dream. In your dream, a number of people come. Are they all real? They are all only your imagination which has produced this dream. It is a dream drama. So that you are seeing. There is only one. There is only one reality. So where is the question of your asking, who are you, who are you, who are you? It does not befit such great Ayurveda, this philosophy, Vedanta pandits like you. Gives him one talk for these great people, including Brahmaji. He says, look here, now I am answering your question. You are asking one question. Guneshva Vishta Chittam Abhishtam Gunasevaya. You are often enough going on taking things which are your favorite in this world. Say, jalebi I like very well. Then whenever I pass through a particular hotel where very good jalebi will be given, I go there and say, jalebi hai, then please give me so much. So by going on again and again taking these objects of this world, or I like a photo, then in the morning to evening several times I take it out. What a beautiful photo, what a beautiful photo. Naturally day and night you go on thinking of it. So your mind is entering into all the objects. Then Guna Chitta Prabhavaha. Achha, you tell me, where from all these various objects of the world have come? They have come from your mind. They are the drama woven or written by your mind, by the mind. So, Gunas Chitta Prabhavaha. Prabhava means they are the source. Your mind is the source which through imagination has created all these objects, including your jalebi. There is no jalebi at all. It's all in dream you are seeing it and enjoying it. Then, sir, my question is not only this much. Further I said, how to live? Because the rule says, you have to leave you have to separate them and then leave all these worldly thoughts. How to separate them was my question. She says, Madropa Bhayam Tejet. One three words, he has answered the question. Madropa Bhayam Tejet. What should I do? And don't try to take away the one from the other when you can't. When the halwa is being made and you are unable to take out separately the semolina or suji from the sugar, otherwise you don't want it, then throw both there. Throw this entire halwa out. Similarly here, ubhayam tejit. You leave the mind along with its, all these objects. Don't try to separate them, you leave them all. You leave both. The mind you leave, which contains all the thoughts, and all the thoughts you leave. That's all. How to leave that? Baba, you think of me. Madhurupam, she has got several ideas. The one idea is, everything is made up of the Lord. We are all His dream figures. So everything is made up of the Lord only. Then once you know that these are all made up of the Lord and nothing else, there is nothing separately jalebi, there is nothing separately gulab jamun, there is nothing separately any other sweets. Then Madhrupa. You remember that everything is my form. And though you say, I want Lord's original form, what is the use of His different forms? So you leave them all. Or the other meaning is Madhrupa Bhayam Tajit. God is not taking gulab jamun every day. He is not taking balshahi every day. He is beyond all this. These are all things which He created. So when He has created, why should He go after them? He can create so many things like that. So Bhagavan is beyond all these things. Bhagavan is never tempted by all these things in this world. Now you become the Lord. I am Lord Krishna. I am Lord Krishna. I don't want anything. Everything is mine. I am independent. I am Swatantra. I require nothing in this world. I could create the entire world. That means everything is my creation. So what is there apart from me in this world? There is nothing apart from me. Everything is my creation. There is nothing but that. So I am the Supreme Lord who is beyond all temptations. Nothing can attract me. And there is absolutely nothing which can attract my mind. Thus, Madhrupa Bhayam Tiji. Thus you think of me and you think that you are me, then it will be easier for you to leave both. The mind is also that. Madhrupa Bhayam Tiji. It is the 26th sloka in the 13th adhyaya of 11th skanda. It's a beautiful sloka. Then he says, Mayiturya stito jikshyatin chagustad guna chetasam. Then another method by which you can leave both the mind as also all these items of the world which go and sit in your mind. Mayiturya stito jikshyatin. See, we know only three states. The state of being awake, Jagrata Avastha. The state of sleeping, that is Sushupti Avastha. And the third one is the state of being in dream. That is called the Swapna Avastha. Jagrat, Sushupti, Swapna. And who is that who does all these three? Who is it? After all, you are still alive when you are asleep. You are still alive when you are having a dream. You are still alive when you are in the waking state. Then who is that that who is always going along with the state. And that is the ultimate one, who is not affected by any of these states and who lives in his own self. And that is the Lord. Chaturtham Trishu Santatam. Gaudapada, the one who has written the Karika for Mandukya Upanishad, she says, Chaturtham Trishu Santatam, that fourth one, when you count, it is that which comes as a person who is awake, as a person who is asleep, and as a person who is dreaming. There is only one. That is called the Turiya state. Turiya means the fourth state. There is nothing called 1, 2, 3, 4 at all. All these 1, 2, 3 happen with superimposition on that one. I am here, shutting my eyes, and I am daydreaming. I am dreaming that I am a king of a very big country somewhere. Now, have you become a king? No. You are still Swami Shantananda. But over you, over your mind, the delusion has been made. As a result of that delusion, the kingship along with the kingdom has been superimposed on the mind. And you began to think that you are a king, but you have never been a king. This is called a superimposition, to place something above something else so that you forget the base, you remember only that top, and you think you are that. That's all. Sometimes it goes very deep into your mind, so nothing can take it away. Once they wanted to have a cinema on Abraham Lincoln, who was one of the famous presidents who liberated all the slaves in America. So they selected one man. He looked with a sunken face, like a triangle, just like the original Lincoln, and they taught him how to talk with a lisp. What he says, he cannot, like that, he will tell you lisp. And not only that, he will walk with a little limp. He will walk with a little limp. So these qualities they taught him, and he went on doing it so that it became his nature. At all times, whenever he used to walk, even outside the training for this cinema, he used to walk like that. He was 100% like Lincoln only. The cinema was a great success, and he had no more role. He went home. When this actor went home, he could leave that act of Lincoln. In the house he used to lisp, and then he asked, "Hey, where is my throne? Where have you thrown it?" So he began to ask for that. He was always dead. And suddenly he will ask, "Where is my minister?" No, my minister, such and such. So he was the minister and he was Abraham Lincoln. His people were worried. They took him to a psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist told, "Look here, it has gone deep into him, and in this birth it will be impossible to take that superimposition that is Lincoln, so that you cannot take it away. The only method is, when Lincoln is the president, on the very first day or so, he came out of a cinema hall and then somebody shot him down. Shoot him down, then there will be no more Lincoln. That is the only method." They told. So like that, this is superimposition, and sometimes it sits inside, better than that. It is completely established inside your mind. And that is why we are thinking that we are limited, we are human beings, we are neither. This body is not true at all. It never was. It is only an imagination. And like that everybody is having a same idea. So there is only one energy, one living and loving energy that is, and that has taken several forms. Just as your energy, your body didn't take several forms. Your body is still lying in the bed. But that you, that energy which is working as you, the one who sees, the one who walks, the one who talks, he has taken several forms. He has taken a form as Dr. Sharmaji. He has taken a form as Sanyasa. So the one has become many in your dream. So, it is Mayithurya sthito jikshyati jagastat gunachetusam. You will have to leave all the objects and also your mind. You go and sit in that. That is a pure state where no superimposition is there. That is the real you. That is the real you. It is not the individual you has entered into the body of the doctor or Krishnamurti. He is the real you who has no bodies. He has no, all the bulbs have been imagined. Electricity alone is true. And that will be the stage. And if you remain thinking of that super electricity which has gone into all the bulbs, then you come out of the entire delusion. You are what you are. You are the original. You are that ultimate truth, that reality. Iksheta vibhramidam manaso vilasam dishtam vinatkamatiru lamalantu chakram. Look here, this entire thing, manaso vilasam. It is all the expansion of your mind. Your mind has imagined that it is the king, it is this, that it is a doctor, and the doctor is going there in the waking state, going to the hospital, and he is dreaming. The entire thing is a superimposition, is ultimately that one purity. That ultimate purity, that ultimate reality, the ultimate truth. That is what you, why everybody is. Now, he is asking, well, people say, Shreyo vadantane kantam etha karma etha ruchi dharma meke yashchanye kamam satyam dhamam shamam anya vadanti swartham vam aishwaryam tyaga bhojanam. Somebody says, in the life's ultimate purpose is to eat very well. That's all, bhojanam. Then tyaga, somebody says, no man, you leave everything and absolute renunciation, total renunciation, that is the best. Somebody else says, no, you have enough of wealth, you can build so many temples and all that. So Aishwaryam, to have enough of wealth and control over the entire wealth of the world. And that is required. Anya vadanti swartham va, leave everything, man. You should live very well. That swarth, that is matlabi. So that is only you. You count, not anybody else. Not even your wife, not even your son. Only you. That's called swartha. For that purpose to work. And that is what is required. Some people say dharma you should do. Some people say you should do something which will lead you to fame, name, like that. Some people say Satyam, in your entire life stick to the truth. Like that they say. And finally, please tell me, which is the best? Which is the best? And you have been talking often enough about Bhakti Yoga. Do you even say it is the best among all the methods of reaching you? I can leave everything else? And she says, and if so, you leave all and all that you say, we are all people living in the world. Naturally, I have attachment to my grandson, I have attachment to my granddaughter, I have attachment to wife. We are all goddess creators like that. So we got attachments towards all. So, Vishayatma, we are all Vishayatma. Vishaya means all these objects of the world. They are with us. So, now it's Bhagavan who says. Bhagavan says, so many people say all these things. Mayarpitamana sabhyam naravetrasya sarvatam. See, the only way to get that ultimate bliss, we all want happiness unmixed with sorrows. That's our ultimate idea. We want nothing else, nothing else. We don't want God. We want happiness. But all people who are happy, when we ask them, they said, yes, the only supermarket for happiness of the final bliss, it is with somebody called God. She only has the key for it. She will allow you inside. When once you go inside, you won't come out. You will be one with that happiness. Only that bliss. In a number of days you can remain inside. You can never come back. We want that. Again,